Sometimes in life, the dog bites. In my case, literally. But it also set me on an unexpected journey to joy. Join us from Little Joy as we share stories of, well, joy. Because after all, Joy is my middle name. Really. Hi, this is Allison Joy. We are back with another episode of Joy is My Middle Name. And today we have a very exciting guest, my friend Aime Nunez. She is the owner of Pegasus Creative Reuse. And it's right here in Oak Cliff in Elmwood. And she has an amazing story. So please welcome everyone, Aime, to the podcast.
Hi, everyone.
Hi, Aime.
It is incredible to be here. Thank you so much.
Oh my gosh.
I'm so excited.
I'm so happy you're here.
Yeah.
Okay, so sometimes I get like girl crushes. And I knew about you for a very long time. And we have mutual friends in common.
Yeah.
And my good friend Claudia Vega had told me about you.
Yeah.
And she does a lot of books. She does storytelling here with Arco. And she said, every time I do any kind of craft, I go to Pegasus.
Yeah.
And she's like, you need to meet Aime. And I was like, okay, it's time.
Yeah.
So I reached out to you on Instagram, and you were so kind and gracious.
Yeah.
This is just a stranger.
Yeah, it was a wonderful meetup. Like, just even the conversations we had on Instagram, I was like, this is exactly who I need to be with.
Amazing. And
Yeah.
so when you came into the coffee shop, I was like, I have a crazy idea. Do you want to be on the podcast?
It's like, absolutely, yeah, let's do it.
Because what you're doing for the community is you're bringing joy through crafts.
Yeah.
And through art and through using your hands. And it's so inspiring.
Thank you.
And I want everyone to know your story.
Thank you.
Okay, so first things first, you were a corporate girly like me.
I was a corporate girly.
Okay, and you got out. I'll probably
Yes.
put this on LinkedIn and they'll be like, what is she up to? I'm like,
Yeah.
corporate, you know. So what was happening like during that time? Were you like, this is what I'm meant to do? Or did you know that there was something else the whole time?
I think I knew there was something else for a long time. So I'd been doing it for 7 years, just about like maybe a little under 7 years. And I think I had always known that wasn't my true calling.
Yes.
I think I was doing it, and I've said this like many times before, I think I was doing it to like kind of go for the American dream that I thought was it. You know, you go into STEM, it's pushed on women a lot as we've grown up. And it's pushed as a way to like be financially stable for yourself.
Right.
And when I went to college, I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do. I was pre-med first, then I went computer engineering because it was going to be the fastest and the most financially secure.
Yeah.
And then I went into corporate, did it for 7 years, but I always felt like there was something lacking, something I needed to do more of.
Yes.
And then, yeah.
Yes.
And then it took really like the combination of COVID and then the year that I had in 2023 with a lot of grief that really grounded me and kind of just showed me what reality I want to live in. And also a little bit more of like, in that reality being community centered, having deep connections with people. And I think in corporate, there can be a lack of that, especially in tech.
Yeah.
You definitely have your friends and things like that and your coworkers that you might talk to, but the deep connection is not there, right?
So let's talk about that grief year. So you knew this was happening in corporate. You're like, this ain't it.
Yeah.
But then what happened in your life that year?
So that year, the beginning of the year, 2023, I ended a 9-year relationship. So beautiful decision to make. It was a grief that I needed to experience. And then in May, my sister lost her firstborn son at 9 months pregnant. It was very tragic. So really felt that pain for my sister, for my mom, for my brother-in-law, just all of it, right? And then in August, we had already known my grandpa was in hospice, and in August he passed away. Oh my gosh. And when I thought literally like it was gonna be the end, this was the most horrible year ever. The end of the year is gonna be the best, you know, all those things. In November, I got a phone call that one of my really good friends passes away in a car accident in Argentina. Yeah.
What?
Yeah, and I think at that point I was incredibly angry. I'll be honest with you. I was incredibly confused. I didn't know what was happening. If I was being punished of some sort, I think naturally you would think that, right? And so I had gotten COVID from one of the funerals. So,
of course,
yeah,
as one does.
I had gotten COVID from one of the funerals, and I isolated myself. I had a set of colored pencils that I had purchased like a couple years earlier than that, and they were Prismacolor. So shout out to Prismacolor. And I bought them because I was like, they're bougie, they're like expensive art supplies. It's gonna help me do something. I didn't use them, but I had them there, and I didn't have access to anything else. So I was like, let me just start like coloring. I always kind of knew I had a creative side to myself. And so, in this deep, deep sorrow and like having nowhere to go, but being brave enough to really feel it, because at the time, like, we were all going through grief. My whole family was.
Oh my gosh.
And
yes.
It took my sister to tell me, like, you could either be better, you could either be bitter or better. And I chose to be better through it.
I love that. I've never heard that before.
Yeah. And
just be bitter or better. Okay.
And the only way to get through it is to go through it.
Yeah.
And so I was like, okay, I'm going to immerse myself in all of it. I'm going to feel everything. I'm going to feel it deeply. And I'm going to use art as a way to like express it, right? So I started drawing, and my dad gave me a few pointers, and he had actually even seen a bit of my work and was like, you kind of seem a little scared. Like, why? Like, I see where there's a little bit of fear. And I was like, you're right. Why am I so scared
of doing art?
Of doing art, yeah.
That's weird. Okay.
And
but how intuitive that he saw that.
Yeah, and so my dad and my mother are really amazing artists, but they had to like suppress that, and that's a whole other story too. But yeah, they. So at that point, I was like, okay, well, like, why am I scared? And I chose to try to be as fearless as possible, as brave and courageous with art. And so like, I self-discovered, I played, I tried all different types of things. I had never taken a class before, but I was like, let me try this, let me try that. Really being free to do what I need to do.
Yeah.
And it was an incredible coping mechanism. It was a safe place to feel everything that I needed to feel and express it. And so feeling that, and it brought a lot of joy in that moment. And so feeling that, it was transformative, and I was in my job still. I went back to work, and unfortunately I went back, and it was the same thing, like behind a computer, clocking in, not talking to anybody.
And you were like,
this ain't it. Like, I'm sitting here, and I could be doing so much more with my time. Or I feel like I have all this joy that I'm eager to put in front of people now.
Oh, that's so
I need to put it in front of people as much as I can, because I found this thing, and I found it through art, and I kind of mastered a way to do it without any technical skills, but truly just like feeling your most authentic self and being as fearless as you can. And and so I was like, how do I do that? I prayed, and God was telling me, like, you have to just leave. It's time to go. And so I did. I sent my resignation letter. I had no plan after that. But it was the scariest thing, but also the most thrilling. It was amazing. And a week later, that's when the opportunity to buy this business came up. So
okay. We're gonna take a break.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go on that high of that inspiration.
Okay.
Of quitting. And then I want to come back, and I want to talk all about how you got Pegasus, because it's a remarkable story. Okay. Joy Is My Middle Name is now streaming on YouTube and wherever you listen to your podcasts. Don't forget to like and subscribe. So I thought about this after we met here at the coffee shop, and I had been to Pegasus when it was the other one.
Previous owners.
Yes, I'd been in there.
Okay.
And I was like, oh my gosh, I've been in there. So I haven't been back since, but I want to take my kids today.
Yes.
When this comes out today. So tell me about how this came to be. Like, you quit, you gave yourself a month. I remember you talking to me about that. How did you buy a business?
Yeah.
Tell us about it.
Yeah, so I had, when I left my job, I gave myself about a month to figure out what I was going to do next. I had not touched my resume. I was like, I'm going to see if I can figure out a way to not go back to corporate.
Yeah.
And if I have to, I will. But then a week later, the previous owners, who are really good friends with my brother-in-law, announced to their personal group that they were wanting to move to Mexico.
Okay.
And they were wanting to do it pretty quickly. And I was like, what a divinely aligned thing. Like, this is perfect. I visited them, and I had been to their shop a couple times because I was doing art and I was trying to find supplies. And we chatted, and they were like, well, we had actually been thinking about you as someone that could take over, and we were going to figure out how to ask you. And then we both were just like, this cannot be any more perfect timing.
Oh,
And so I was like, all right, and we had dinner that night, and they were like, when do you want to start? And I was like, I will start tomorrow.
Stop.
I will start tomorrow, and I'll just go for it for the full month and see how it goes. And it's been beautiful ever since.
Okay, so when was that? When did you officially take over?
December 7th was when I officially took over operations.
So you just had your 1-year anniversary.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, so this is amazing. Let's talk about your journey as becoming a business owner and your mission of bringing joy to the people through art.
Yeah.
How, did you know that was your mission from the very beginning?
Yes.
Okay.
I think I knew that I wanted to do it through art. And the way that I feel like I've gotten joy is finding that internal liberation of being limitless, of feeling like I can do anything with anything.
Wow.
And so when Pegasus came around and the concept of the pay what you want model, it was perfect. I was like, I can offer supplies, make it accessible, and make it as affordable as possible to people to be able to self-express however they want. Limitless.
It's beautiful.
And I know, of course, how much art was meant for me and coped for me. And so to be able to give this to people, to see...
doing a live episode.
To use whatever materials they want to use, to get creative as they want, to express as much as they want. It was 100% aligned with what I was wanting to do.
Do you have an example of someone who has come to you and they're like, you have helped me change my own life through art?
Yes, many. We hear all day, every day, like the joy that that they have, the empowerment that they feel, even just being able to get what they want, their kids be able to get what they want. There's one girl that stands out to me because, I don't know, I think it was like exactly what I was wanting. She comes to one of our events, and our events, we like to have all the supplies available to you. So like we'll curate a full stack of different things that you could use. And it was a live model event, and she was like sketching him out. She finds this like blending stuff. She takes it, she tries it out, and she's like, this is now my most favorite tool. And the image she created was stunning. And she was like, I would never have known that this existed if it wasn't for this, like for having it in front of me. And I think that was just like, there's definitely more meaningful stories.
Yeah.
But that one was just like, I was able to show someone something that brought them a ton of joy and hopefully be able to like take their skill to the next level.
Have you ever gotten any criticism for being like, we are just gonna let it pay what you can? Like, are other business owners like, that's a bad strategy? Like, how do you deal with that?
Yes and no. And even people, I think there has been a few folks that have given a sentiment that we're being greedy or that we are
Greedy by
yeah,
giving it
I know.
Greedy. It's like the opposite of greedy.
I know, right? That we are being greedy about it, or we're trying to be self-righteous with it, or whatnot. I don't take it personally. I try not to take any kind of criticism personally. I know my story. I know who I am. I know my character. I know what I'm trying to do, and I'm just going to continue doing that. And usually people who may have an intent to see you in one way, that'll be the intent that they'll see you in that way, and that's it.
Yeah.
So, no, I honestly, I think pay what you want model could be for everyone.
Yes. Oh my gosh, we did the coffee shop. Russ is like, zip it.
I think it definitely hits a gap in the market that's not there, which is affordability.
Well, for me, like I love watching, creative people and all the different things. Like that's why I wear my hat. Like this is a local embroidery girl here in Oak Cliff, and she goes out of Beatnik.
Yeah,
she's amazing. But it's like have felt intimidated before. And I think why I like your model and you so much is like it feels easier or like less scary.
Yeah.
You know, have you ever gotten that before?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Especially like with our sewing classes, I'll tie those in here real quick. Like we all very much encourage people to bring their own machines because sewing for me at least is the machine is the most intimidating thing. Like if it breaks, then what do you do?
Yeah.
And so some of our teachers, I really drive the thing that I want you to teach people how to use the machine so that you're not intimidated.
That's amazing.
And it really is. The intimidation can come from like the price point. The intimidation can come from it being new, brand new, not not used, not wanting to mess it up. And yeah, even like painting, like if you get canvas and it's like $20, you're like, I don't want to mess this up.
Yeah.
I want the first try to be the perfect one.
Yeah.
And more often than not, it's not going to be.
No.
So to be able to have that like ability to go back and get more, it's really good.
Well, I'm really excited because we're going to partner together.
Yeah.
So this will come out before, but on February 26th, we're going to have an analog lounge because we've had this passion of we need people in here off their screens.
Yeah.
You know,
yes.
This is a third space. We want people to join and do art or read or do whatever. And we're going to have Pegasus Creative Reuse come in on the 26th. And it's just going to start whenever we want to do it, just a lounge night. And people can come in. And now we can combine forces and be even better for the community. Yeah. I'm so excited.
I'm so excited for it too. And like you said, I think you said that it had been a long time that you were wanting to meet me or you'd been mentioned about me. And same with Little Joy, like the amount of times I'd heard, you need to partner with them, you need to partner with them. And I was like, yes. And even when I left my job, I was like, this feels like the space that it's gonna really help drive this vision and mission that I want of putting art in front of the community.
Just a bunch of corporate ladies or ex-corporate ladies, you know me, eventually.
Almost.
I have to be careful what I say.
Yeah, I know.
But to be able to bring joy, and that's literally, I mean, that's why this podcast exists, so I can talk to people like you that are doing this.
Thank you.
To learn more about Aime Nunez and her work at Pegasus Creative Reuse, check out her website, pegasusreuse.com, and follow on Instagram at Pegasus Reuse. We would love for you to join us on February 26th for our first ever Pegasus Little Joy Cafe Art Lounge. It's $15 a person, including supplies. Follow Aime on Instagram at Pegasus Reuse for more information. So if you had advice for anyone either starting their own thing or giving themselves a month to do what they love or get invested in art, almost like a two-part question.
Yeah.
What's your advice? Like, how do you make it the better or the bitter? Like, how do you do that?
A lot came through my head as you were asking that.
We have time.
Yeah. I will say some of the things I told myself. Trust yourself more than you do already, or perhaps do. Trust yourself. Trust that you have not let yourself fail thus far, not horribly. Yeah. You will make it happen, whatever way possible. And it's the most beautiful thing when you can do that. When it comes to like grief or emotions or feeling things, don't be afraid to feel it. You have to feel it. Give yourself time to, because if you don't, it'll trickle down somewhere along the line and be horrible. It'll show up somewhere.
Yeah.
But if you give yourself time to feel it and to trust yourself, that you're not going to be like, you're not going to go crazy. You're not going to like be detrimental to anything, but just feel it. Allow yourself to cry. Allow yourself to have that deep emotion. It's the most authentic experience that you can have as a human being. And it's the most beautiful thing, because then you'll come out on the other side feeling so much better and so much relieved. Other things with, being a business owner, I mean, it's tough work. It's hard, as you know. Anything is hard, though.
Yeah, anything worthwhile.
Anything worthwhile is hard.
I know.
Anything worthwhile is going to make you nervous. Anything that's worthwhile is going to make you excited. And those things, they're worth doing, I think. Especially when you're owning your own business, 100% of the effort that you're putting in is going to come back to you. Yeah. And you'll be able to see your potential grow at a level that you probably would not have been able to otherwise. Just don't put any limits on yourself. It's one of the most horrible things that you can do, I think. So just be fearless, try everything, discover everything. Yeah, I don't know. Does that answer your question?
It does. I feel like in your future, you could be a motivational speaker.
I would love to.
Because everything you're saying, I'm like, yes, I can do it.
Yes.
I can do it. I do have one more question for you. When you're talking about feeling feelings, I think that's something humans have a hard time doing.
Yeah.
Because they're scared and it's hard and it hurts and all the things. Have you noticed that feeling feelings maybe while creating something is easier?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, because, and I thank you for saying that, because art, when I was going through my time of grief, art was like a safe place for it. And I was able to feel everything as I'm expressing myself, right? And what's so funny is that with every stroke, as I'm feeling it, I'm immersing myself in this emotion too. So I'm putting like sad music on. I have the photos of my loved ones, and I'm in my room, and it's safe, and I can just go however I want. And what's interesting is that I've noticed that every stroke, even if I'm consciously thinking about what I'm going through or not, has that emotion in it. And then and that's why I feel like with my artwork, I hope, and I think it does, I hope that it invokes that human experience and emotion too.
Yeah.
And so it's a safe place to do it. It's a safe place to try new things, discover, do whatever you want there, right? And no one's gonna tell you anything different. It's art.
It's subjective.
It's subjective.
Like,
It's fine. And even if it's just for you, that's okay. But what's really cool too, and I'll add this in, is I've started to put my art in front of people.
Oh.
And I ask them, how does it make you feel? And some people are very gracious with their interpretations. And what's so, so cool, and every single time this happens, they tell me how they feel, and it teaches me more about how I felt. It verbalizes what I was experiencing. And so even in that interaction, post art, putting it in front of people, being vulnerable, those kinds of things, like I learn more about myself.
That's beautiful.
And so, yeah, it's really cool. It's a really cool experience. It's something I want to give to other people too.
Yeah. That's so funny because like when we created this coffee shop, we were like, this is for the people. Like this is not like what Allie and Russ want. It's like, this is what it means to them.
Yeah.
And it's so different to every single person, but it's like, kind of like restores my faith in humanity, like every day.
Yeah.
Because it means, play place or children when the schools are closed, or it means like catching up or a puzzle or whatever that is. And it's like, we are able to give that to our community.
Yeah. And it's such a beautiful gift. And I think the world needs it, more of it.
Yes.
The world needs more of that. The world needs more of that warmth and comfiness and ability to just exist.
Well, thank you for sharing your story of joy through art. I can't wait for our future partnerships together.
I'm so excited for it.
This is just the beginning. I'm so grateful to know you. Thank you.
Thank you. Me too.
Joy is My Middle Name is now streaming on YouTube and wherever you listen to your podcasts. Don't forget to like and subscribe.